All right. Day 71, working on the onboarding screens, which is almost one of the last couple of things before I can finally launch this app. Um, and created this onboarding screen draft, let's say, which I have to improve, which is here. There is a first initial screen presenting the problem, and then the other two screens kind of talk about the solution. Now, what I want to do is change these icons on top and put some images or screenshots or a montage um, or the logo or something different. And now I'm working on this. The mechanism, like going through, you can press next. It's good. You can skip, go back to the app. This is like test data. Everything is good. Actually, I can make this a little bit smaller so I can fit even smaller. Nice. And at the moment, you can access the access the onboarding screen on about. The end it becomes get started. All right. So and after that, I would put at the end of the onboarding screens, or even if you press skip, there will be a soft paywall where soft means you can dismiss. They just I have to think it will be perhaps just for the first time or maybe the first few times. I'm not sure. Or every once in a while. I don't know. Or just show the paywall once in a while. Or every week. I don't know. Something to decide. But now the focus is just the onboarding screen. And in particular, the first onboarding screen. And I found an image on what's called Pixel Pay or something. Um, Pexels, just Pexels, which the first image there might be suitable for a first screen. Present the problem of despair and well, or concern more than despair maybe. Okay, so I got Opus now, and let's see what happens if I delegate the image editing to Opus, and I don't have high expectations. But let's see. So just now, little bit of chit chat about what I want to achieve. So put the image here instead of the icon, in there instead of the icon. And I sent where the image is. The image is full size. I said I want to fade it to the bottom. I don't know if it looks good. If it will look bad, I will remove the fading. I don't know. So we go up assets. Let me go resize this too. This is the Flutter app. Right. Images. It wants to create a folder for onboarding. Well, maybe it's not a bad idea because we have at least 3 images there, maybe more. All right, let's go along with it. Okay. Now is going to do the resizes. This is the big one, the high resolution resize, and it's called 3x. Okay. Then we have 2x, 1x, I suppose. And I go there on onboarding. Okay, stress. Okay, never mind. The file name won't be shown. Now let's create an image with the gradient fade. I will create a 3x image first. I thought I already did it. I'm confused. Ah, oh, that's what it said. Now fix the gradient approach. Okay, good. It is still starting from. Okay, let's check. Let's go slow here. So in here, created the onboarding folder in image assets images, and we got stress, which that's a lot of gradient. I was expecting something goes very quick at the bottom, but isn't all over. But it's trying another option. Let's see this with a new image. 3x test. Maybe it will ask me to choose. And here I'm gonna finish a lot of tokens very quickly, I'm pretty sure. Ah, but it's just a gradient on top. So this is the opposite of what we need. And now it's trying a full fade, a better version fades only the bottom. Okay, there we are. So now it's overwriting the original image, stress 3x. Wait, let me try a different, simpler approach. So, all right, that worked, worked really well. We have a white image. Maybe it's too much faded. Besides, I don't see anything here but it says fading. I think I should take advantage of these commands. They are complex. This is the one that give me all white. I can't see. Oh, that's if I go Control O to see the details, I see the details only the previous two commands. And this one is the command that generated the white image, so it's not useful to copy. This is the simpler approach, but it doesn't look there is any fading at all. So I would like to see one of those that almost worked, which were the first attempts, which I can't see anymore, and then play myself with them, but now I can't anymore. Now I play fade at the bottom, gradient of fade at the bottom. Okay. Right. So he's using this stress base. Let's copy this before I lose it again. Oh, I hate that there is this the bars there. Okay, so we have a stress base. It's just getting the image. And then we have clone, fill, colorize 100%. Gradient, none, black, gamma 0.7. Gravity south. But how to say how much gravity? Composite, compose over composite, and the resulting image. All right, let's see what we get with this. I don't know how to play with it. I can play with the gamma. All right, let's see what happens. So that's the base. Ooh, that's way too much. And now it's doing something different. Try to copy this again. Okay, that's why they look weird because of this. Yeah, it's almost okay. Okay, let's read it. Size as a size is the full size. And maybe that's a mistake. We should apply this the gradient only to the bottom part of the image. Let's start to see what happens with this. The output is what is the output? Yeah, still the same. We're back to white. It's not going well, man. And now I'm not even copying anymore because I lost patience. Let's have a look. Where did he go? Still on the same? No, he went on stress PNG. Base. No man, there's something. Oh man, they're all white. Let's say okay, let's show what way. Let him see the files. Well, let's tell him about 3x, 2x, copy file name, relative path, okay. Paste 2x. No, what happened? I did copy instead of copy relative path. They are all white. The gradient frame was important compositing the original image or compositing. Let's see how to pronounce this word. Try this. No pronunciation. Doesn't. Compositing, maybe.
Compositing.
Yeah. Compositing. Okay, I got it. So delete everything. Okay, start over. Right. So if I go check images now in onboarding, don't even see anymore. Yep, it's totally empty. Okay. Yeah, let's try over. um, so it's creating the base image. We can try also with ChatGPT 5. Or if everything else fail, we can try with GIMP. Okay. So whatever we saved before is not that useful because yeah. So let's save this one. My God. How to copy without. This is annoying. Really annoying. It looks good that border. Let me try. I don't think it's possible, but is it possible to remove the border around commands in load code? And let's also say why, because when copying them, maybe not need thinking. Code. When copying them, I get the border 2 and the command don't work. Let's try like that. Commands, but it's okay. Choose command inside a style block, yeah, with the border and copy one system, then turn off, yeah, very much. It should be enough, put the two bar top and bottom so you can get a neat visual separation and remove the copy button. No, no, no. Use a stripping step. I just ask. Just ask for it, of course. That's an eye. uh If it works, you can try. What it means is plus 0 plus 300. That's the image. Where to crop, I think, yeah. I'm not sure how it works, but it looks, I think it's top and maybe shift 300 on the right, yeah, on the right. Anyway, no, we copy like this because we can't do anything else. And I think already messed that up. Okay. And I think it looks weird because if we expand this so there is enough space. Yeah, at least we can read it. There you go. Maybe there like that. Because if I don't need to execute it, it's fine. So it's doing that. That is just a crop. No other things. And we can check here. The crop is almost okay. Could have some more papers, but now starting with this stress stamp is trying to do some gradients. Mm. Now I can see what it does, but green, white, black goes behind and then overlays, but then it means it will be all either still too white or too black, from what I understand. And maybe I don't understand. Okay, paste it here, see what happens. So we are creating stress 3x. Oh, it's alright. It's alright. It's just upside down and too much. Let me try a simple, more reliable method. So it's trying this way, we convert, which is like deprecated from what I know, but still call image magic. Yep. All right, so it's starting with image magic syntax. So let's overwrite this one. Ah, so now we have a gradient we can read. We can read. Nice. Maybe we are getting there. Yeah. Yes. Wow. White and black. That definitely works. Okay, if you say so. So the last one didn't work. It's getting this stress stamp. All right, so the only thing that worked is first command, try the stress stamp. All the rest we can delete. Let's try this one, which does what the what it does a gradient black white, white black. Negate. Let's see. And it's creating a stress 3x. Let's have a look. White, but right size. The gradient fade technique isn't working as expected. We are getting a solid background color instead of a smooth transition. Yep. The issue is our image magic is handling the alpha channel composition. Let's try a different approach. And I'm finishing all the tokens with this stupid thing, man. Mm. Shall I give up? Let's give up and let's try to use codecs instead. Thinking mode. So let's start. Because I think it's not the strong. Allow codecs to work in this folder without require approvals. Yes, always. Okay. Then we go model. Should we use codecs high or should we use GPT high? Let's try codecs high. Okay. So there we say I have. Maybe we can generate only the 3x version because the other two are just scaling. I don't know. So let's find the original image. It's in web source, this one. Copy path, relative path. Okay. Control L, does it work? No, it does not. I have this image and I would like to crop it, focusing on the top right part, capturing the face and part of the papers. Then I would say I would like to resize this, would like to resize it to let's go back to up assets, images, onboarding. I think that's too tall because we just use a part of it. My goodness. So how can I know the size of this image? Dev, um, budget pilot codecs. Okay. And here I have app, assets, onboarding. No, on images. That's why onboarding. Okay, cool. So here I want to see the size of stress TX, so I use identify from image magic. Stress TX, okay. Okay, this is the size, but I don't want this size. I want a little bit less on the vertical axis. Let's forget opus now. Okay. To 1080 by, well, if we go 1080 by 1080, then it would be a square. Yeah, maybe correct. I, or even more, because we are fading it. Let's see, what is a nice number? 1002. It's not even necessary to go. But 1280 was a resolution number? Uh, this is totally not necessary. 1280 is using the horizontal axis. But anyway, 1280. Let's use that. I would like the bottom part to fade it to. So it shouldn't fade to white, but to this color. How do we find what this color is? We have to look at the source code. Let's have a coffee. I have to look at the source code. It's called onboarding, of course. Onboarding screen. So because there you go, background color. Yep. What is the last one? The alpha. The first one is alpha. Bits. That's not the constructor I'm using. Yes, it is. Because it's in X. 2431 is the alpha. So the first one is the alpha. Okay. So the color we are using is this one, in reality. So if I want to see this color, what do I do? I create an HTML file anyway. I just to test. And I pull the color there. Uh, it's not shown like that, but what do I need to do? Go do CSS. Rename. Okay. And I say a color. I was braces side. Okay, there we go. Yep, it's a very, very light red. Okay, so we can say that to fade it to a very pale red. All right, I have this image, and that's the original, hmm which is the original and should not be changed. Okay, I would like to crop it, focusing on the resulting file should be. Let's overwrite that because anyway this is not good. Copy relative file. Just in case that's deleted, so it won't complain or it already exists. Okay. Um, I want to explain better. The fading should happen aggressively only in the last, at the bottom, last 400 starting 300, 400 pixels. Let's try. Okay, about. All right. We have image magic installed. Uh, magic image magic. 1999. Wow. Okay, I got this prompt. Let's see if it works. We are in codex high. We gave a quite a fair trial to Opus, but Opus is not really making any progress. So, 3 steps to inspect the image dimension, then craft a converter, crop, gradient plane, resize the image, find the process files, and environment is read only, request escalated permission to write. Oh yeah, codex doesn't work well, man, with this. I forgot how painful it is. I'm noticing sandbox. Okay, there you go. Fucking hell. How stupid is codex, man? Should ask for permission, but asking for permission doesn't work and it just fails. So painful, man. And they still didn't fix it. So let's double check. There is no package update. I check that pretty frequently, but maybe there is. Yes, there is. There is an update. The problem is that now we are already in a session, so let's leave it that for later. And probably won't solve this problem anyway. I'm figuring out the exact crop dimension to capture the user desired top right portion with a specific aspect ratio. We're planning a smooth gradient fade at the bottom one. Maybe I should learn how to use GIMP, which I do every few months and then I forget. Okay, so we got a command. Magic. Well, you didn't need to put the path, but that can work. Then you got the image. Gravity northeast. Northeast? Ah, yeah, because that's not about the gradient, it's about the cropping. I think the cropping is not northeast, should be northwest. I think that's already wrong. No, northeast, correct. Yeah. Right. Yeah, that should be correct. Crop, not sure about that, but probably the graffiti will help. Repage, resize, size. Okay, 400, gradient, channel. This is like, wow, difficult to understand. Let's see the result. And let's see if this should work better than Claude in the copy and paste um, department. Let's try to paste it. See. Yeah, much better. Much better. Now we just have only these to remove. I'm putting together a final response explaining the image update. Okay, let's have a look first. Well, yeah, I can see there is the gradient. It's not strong enough, but because the papers are white, it might as well work. The cropping is perfect, actually, better than the one of Claude. Might work, might work. Okay. Responsible, including how I crop the image, the gradients overlay applied, and the exact command used. I will like to highlight the next step, like visually reviewing the updated assets and offer suggestions for adjustments if needed. I will use a bullet points and concise structure, easy to follow. Crop the original to the top right. Okay. Next step, open a new asset in your viewer, confirm crop. Okay, I won't confirm anything. I will go back talking with Opus, where I quit this, I stop him there. There you go, image limit. And the problem is we have 2 hours and a half before reset. So that's annoying. And we wasted a lot of token just to do things that didn't work. So let's prepare a good prompt because it's one of the last ones that we can use. And to prepare a good prompt, can I do open with GIMP? Or can I do show reveal in Finder? That's it. Can I open with GIMP? To measure, what I want to do is measure the bottom part that we can use for the overlap. So there it is. And I know there is a measure too that I used the other day, and obviously I forgot how to use. Hmm. What we got here? Tangle select frame. Hmm. Okay, we have to search. GIMP measure. Shift M. Okay, we can figure out from there, I think. Shift M. There you go. So probably until here. So I go from here to here. And it's about 286 pixels. So we probably possibly want to use less than that for the overlap. Let's try it from here. 200. 198. So let's say 200. Okay. Let's prepare a great prompt. Okay. I say I interrupt write the prompt here so it's easier to edit. And all of these commands are not important. The only important one or good one is this one, which I see is split. Let's put it back on one line. Okay. I interrupted you because you were not generating correct images. Okay. I created the stress 3x PNG image with the following command. The bottom 200 pixel at most can be used for overlap because it has a light gradient and the papers are white. Um, let's start to integrate the 3x image only, and we will generate 2x and 1x images later if this image works. Okay. The image is already created in and we can remove the CSS and we can remove stress temp. I deleted I in here I deleted all other files except the original, of course, except the original. Okay, I don't think I need that again. Where is it? It's also written here. Okay, let's see if we can have a better reply from Opus now. Paste. Should do only the coding, so working with image magic, not the strong point of Opus then. Your command use a power curve on the alpha channel to more natural gathering transition and focus on the northeast corner for a better facial expression visibility. The 400 pixel gradient height 200 safe overlap is a smart design choice. All right, thanks. You create a much better image with a proper gradient fade. Now let's integrate the 3x image into the Flutter app. Let's update the code to support the image assets. First, let's update the pub spec to include the new image assets. Okay, correct. Change are in Visual Studio. Okay. Ooh, okay. Have to be careful with those things. I prefer to point to individual files. So let's find a pub spec YAML. Oh, we have a second thing. So it makes the icon as optional because it's not removing it yet because it's needed for the other screens. It could remove it as well because we are getting rid of them. I think this creates an unnecessary complexity. So let's stop him immediately. Reject that. Get rid of the icon direct icons directly also in the other screens. We will be replacing them with images as well. It's okay if they will look a bit empty for now. Okay, let's keep the complexity low. Removing the icons entirely simplifies the transition to image based onboarding. This creates a cleaner code base and avoids conditional rendering logic between icons and images. Correct. The temporary emptiness is acceptable during development. Correct. Good idea. Let's remove the icon functionality completely. Cracks me up this insights. Think is a new thing. And prepare for image onboarding screen. Image only onboarding screen. Okay. You got changes to look. Okay. So what's it doing? All right. So it changed build icon to build image. But there are many more changes in this file. This is just the first one. Right, so build icon is removed and becomes build image. Okay. That was the icon one. And more. Strange, why you have only height? Because the other is proportional. Okay. Now let's update the onboarding screens to remove the icon references and add the image path for the first screen. Changes are here. Right. And the other option could have put the same image over and over maybe for now. Okay. Now we need to handle the image overlap with text. Since images are gradient fade at the bottom, let's modify the layout to allow text overlay. Let's see how it looks. We might have to work back from this. Okay, we need stack. Okay, and we can play with this ourselves. Top left, all zero here. That's for image. And this is for shifting down? No. Ah, yeah, this is for shifting down, perhaps. 120 pixels. Okay, so we can change it then very easily. Flutter analyze. One issue. What was that about? Let me see in the code diff. I know. It says, yeah, you don't need a container because you're not using style or other things. So size box is enough. Okay. Classic. So I'm impressed from GPT-5 one shot. We got me the right image magic command. Claude tried his best, struggle and struggle. 10 for the effort, but 4 for the results. Flutter analyze again. But we should have done the first screen, but we'll have to see how it looks. It might be totally off. This is like doing the graphic design with a language model is like asking a blind to design a page, a blind person. Perfect, let's test the implementation. Onboarding should now remove the icons entirely. Added image support, created a stack layout, and first screen configured, and the screen to follow. Oh yeah, and also we have to do the different resolution. Okay. Well, let's have a look. We need to, can we do a hot reload? We try to do a hot reload over here. Don't know if it will work, but we can try. And we open the screen, and it doesn't look like it worked. So let's do a kill, and we start again. Run. Strange because the icon is gone, so it shouldn't be shown. But let's see, probably it was not reloaded correctly at all. Opening. There you go. Terrible. But we are getting there. The cropping is too much. So I think we need to do this ourselves. We're getting there. So onboarding screen, because the image I think is good. We just need to show more of it. You know what? Let's switch to Sonnet for that. Because if we want to say, oh, just change the dimension of the image, we don't need Opus. Let's read this. The moon icon, I already did, yeah. So let's find where is the image display. Wait a second. I think I can do a diff. Let's rename this codex and give it a blue color. Let's quit the session. Let's do this upgrade I wanted to do. So we got updated Gemini, Codex, and Firebase. Okay. Right. So to see what did change easily, we can do a diff. Onboarding page content. Oh, okay. So we're looking at the wrong place. Oh, there you go. Onboarding page context image at top. Okay. Height. Ah, okay. So if we play with this one only, where does it come from? I think it comes from in the screen. We pass the height directly, I think. Might be wrong, but here. No, we don't. No, here. No parameter here. Yeah, this delegates everything to the content. this responsive data from context. I don't understand where the responsive data comes from, I'll be honest. Let's look for image height. No, here, image height. I am tempted to say, oh, yeah, that doesn't have icon, that's fine. I'm tempted to say, let's commit everything. I'm gonna talk to ZAI for that. We are on a branch, visual appear, and there is more files. Mm. And in onboarding, yeah. And maybe we want to create a file that says how we generated this image. So we can change it in the future. It could be a README. Image generation. Let me just put the comment. There. And yeah, it would be nicer if we can split it a little bit. Also because there are linting rules that just doesn't allow that. That's a long command, man. There. All right. So I'm gonna tell to ZAI, the cheap one, control or to toggle, that's a ZAI. Can you check all the unstaged changes and commit all files? Right. Let's save before we do changes because even though the image is not correctly positioned, it's still a progress. So we can see easily when I say move the image down a little bit or make it a bit longer and then move the text down. Should change a couple of things only, really. All right, before we do the commit, let's double check that everything was added, correct. And they say add custom graphics and visual improvement on the boarding floor, replace, it's a bit too much, but icon-based design with the custom image assets, add a responsive design layout with overlapping content from model design, include stress graphics, updates per patch, modify onboarding model. Right. And the source image, we keep track of it. Fantastic. Nice. So now we go back to what? Well, it was Opus, but now it's Sonnet. would say Claude, so I don't need to change. But good to know. Right. And it should have the same context, which is great. And I'm trying to find where is the emulator. Yeah. I would say it's good, but okay. I need most, and also you have to keep in mind responsiveness. So let's put it landscape. Landscape, a big problem. Maybe we should not allow landscape. Big problem. Oops. Right. Um, how to say the current? No, it's upside down, but that's uh, layout for the first screen is using only half of the screen. The image should be longer and the text should go down a lot. At the moment, only half of the face is shown, but the full face and papers below should be visible. The actually I can say more. The whole high yeah, the whole image should be visible height-wise. That's not a great way to say, but I think it will work. Okay, there we see where it is calculate image height 400 or 520. So it's not a responsive, kind of. There is a small screen breakpoint. Okay, it's partly responsive. Increase the overlap. Okay, let's see what happens. And now we have a clear, easy, small change that I can use to play myself. Okay, forget the Flutter analyze, that would work. So there was some okay. So yeah, no need for post for this. Yeah, let's try to just reload, hot reload. All right, we're getting there. Wow, it kind of works on the paper so good. But how can I know? Yeah, it works on the paper so good, but it works for the bullet points only, not for the title. So we should go down more. But the problem is, I need to try another. If it's landscape, let's say, well, we're scrolling, yeah, but it doesn't work because of the background. Anyway, we need to push it down anyway here. So we said in here, we just have two changes, and they are both on onboarding page content. The first one is the image height, which is now correct. And the second one is this overlap. That is way too much. And it's perhaps because it's resized, it was okay to handle on the actual image, but now it's resized, it's maybe the half of it. So we look for overlap in the comments. There you go. And we remove by that because we keep only overlap. There you go. And we try only 100 pixels. Oops, that's all right. And we hot no, no need. I already did the hot reload. Cool, almost there. Let's try 80 pixels. So in reality, we can push the face a little bit up, but that can be resolved by cropping the image. Which means generating a new image. Ooh, this is hard. So we have our README on how we generated the image. Hard and time consuming. Yeah. Okay, so that's the one. Northeast. Okay, let's talk to Codex and tell him, which is a new session, right? Oh well, it's gonna be a new session. I need to go in the folder. Okay, so we have the new version of Codex that hopefully works better. We got status, current session configuration. Let's have a look what it says. Approval on request. Model. Okay. So we are gonna say model. No, it's Codex side. Okay, it remember the model. Okay. Can you modify this command to when I say we want to start the cropping here, but also reduce the image size here to crop. So when I say here, let's go crop the top part of the original image. GIMP, measure to 80 pixels. Is this that's the cropped one. Yeah, we need to open the original image, which is I put it in web assets. That one. Show river in Finder. Drop it into GIMP. Doesn't matter. Come on. And I measure this distance. Okay, that's 180 pixels. Yeah. to crop the top part of the original index image of 180 pixels and reduce the resulting image height proportionally. I paste it. That didn't work. So I try to find the command again. Copy, paste it. Okay, I see codecs. I should have said to apply also more, a little bit higher fading, but maybe it's okay with the papers. Okay, so we got modify command, and I set this now on multiple lines. Chop, okay. Well, let's have a look. So we don't need that. Let's keep the original one for now. Then we'll remove it if this works. Okay. Keep that conversation open. So we can overwrite because anyway we have original command in case there is some problem. Mm, which folder I am? Oh, correct. So, okay, okay. Hold on. That's weird. Why did it start from dev? Anyway, the one I have to modify is this one. Okay, perfect. Let's try again. That worked. Let's see. Yep. So now we start. We chop all the white space on top of the head. That space is gone. So let's see how it looks now. I don't know if I need to change anything else. I think I like this one. Okay. Let's have a comment. First attempt. Improved. For now I keep it, but before committing I will remove. Okay. Gradient. Boundary. Boundary. Vabbè. So now we should have a little bit more space. Yes. Hot reload. We just want to this to be much more aggressive. Can good. Can you change the gradient to be more white faster at the bottom. Was it white or more stronger faster at the bottom? Not white, but it give me white. It totally ignore my instruction. Right? Probably it's fine to go white. Adjust the alpha overlay more quickly near the bottom. Ah, the power 0.5. I didn't know how to change that. Right, the problem is now we have to adjust the path again because I didn't send the new command. Go in the readme. Third hash. Okay, third attempt. Remove that. Okay. Remove that. And this part. Okay, now it should work. Test this thing. We can run it anywhere, also here. Let's see the result. Yeah, it's a little bit unnatural, but I think we can play with this 0.5 because it was 3. But I know around 1, there should be like a totally different behavior, right? A power of 1 doesn't make any change. But let's play with it. So, where is it? The readme. Let's try to start with 1 and see what happens with 1. Yeah, it's like horrible. Let's try 1.5. Yeah. Open editor and save. Okay, this one. Still horrible. If it's still too gentle, so 25 to about 0.7. The problem is this. Maybe it's okay, but okay, let's me ban this. Maybe it's okay, but there is a clear line I don't like that much. Let's try 2. Doesn't seem to change. Oh, I escape. I sent it to codecs instead of executing. Okay. Right. Yeah, now it's soft. Let's try again. 1.8. No, decode, delegate. Oh, what's this? Ah, 1.8. Repaste it and see what happens. Worked. All right. We are getting somewhere. I think it might be okay, but let's try even 1.6. Yeah, I think it's okay. Let's try a hot reload and see how it looks in the context. It's just slightly wider. It's not great difference. Maybe we should just crop. Yeah, we should just crop. It just looks weird. Let's do that. So I'm going to. Can I do the editing myself? S- No, this size. So it didn't do that what I asked to do. Let's try this. Oops. Don't see any change. What if I do even more? Let's do exaggerate 780 only or 800. See what happens. No change. How is it possible? Totally ignore that thing. So let me revert it because obviously it's not changing anything. Let's just codex. Can you change this command to crop a bit more at the bottom? It will change aspect ratio. Okay, that seems correct. Let's test it. No, it didn't change it. Did it? Yes, over slightly. Oh yeah, let's see how it reload, see how it changed, but I think we need more. 2500 height. Uh-huh. Thanks. Let's try that. Ooh, so that's not the latest command. Let's copy the latest command. Okay. 2, 3. Let's see the result in image. Did it change? 2000. See now. Yeah, it's changing. Okay, 2000 is too much. It's getting there. So let's try 2, 2. Oh yeah, that's perhaps what I want. just see the top of the paper, so there is not that weird side thing that was looking horrible. So this was looking bad. Now it's cropped. So let's reload. Ah, you can still see it there, yeah. Ah, it's this bit, yeah. It kind of works now, though. Just about works. Oh, I need a quick break. We'll be back. Okay. So, this I still don't like that much. Maybe you can, but I still don't like that much this side. But maybe it's needed to show the papers, or maybe we can crop a little bit more. Yeah, we had. Let's crop a little bit more. So we had the recipe to crop. It was here. Let's try 2-1, and there you go, and paste it here. Okay, can still see the top of the paper, and hot reload. Let's do hot reload and see the changes. Yeah, kind of, because uh, it's making the image longer, ironically, cropping the. So it looks like we need to crop more as we increase the cropping vertically. We are making the image wider. We also have to think about this. Just doesn't work the landscape mode. It just doesn't work landscape mode. Maybe landscape mode should not have image. So let me think about cropping more horizontally. This goes 2295. Which is, let's try 2095. So now we have this. You can see the shoulder. Let's copy the command, paste it here. Yeah, we got less of the shoulder, I guess, and much less of the paper. So, no, no, the papers are good. Okay, apply. Mm, it's difficult. I thought I would making it better, but it made it worse. Shall we cut the top of the head? I think we can. Yeah, even more. You can go more aggressive. I need to reload. Yeah, so the fading kind of went to hell, but now it's perfect. I think it's perfect now. even though it's not what I wanted originally, but I see, and it doesn't correspond to this image though, because why it never stopped increasing. What the heck is this? Okay, so let's go back to codecs and ask. Okay, I played a bit and got this. Can you crop more on the right side to make the image less wide? Yeah. Try 200 pixel from original image. Let's see. Not my favorite kind of work, but we're almost there. We need to do this. I'm probably not doing it with wrong tools. I should use GIMP, but the wrong tool for the job. Oh, it's taking a long time. Take your time, Codex. Just give me the right answer. Doesn't matter. It takes a long time. I can sip some coffee. 1 minute. Okay. Let's see. So, so the difference between the last two, what is the difference? This 200 here. No, the rest is same, which is surprising. Let's execute it. See how it looks. All right. I think we should it's definitely smaller because we would see more of the arm before. So now let's apply a hot reload. Nice. I think now we see the right amount of this that gives the shape of the paper without getting in the way. Unfortunately, this will depend on the font shape a lot. And in landscape, it doesn't work, but that's another issue. That's a totally different issue. I think we should focus on portrait. So I think this is okay. All right. So go back to the README. I delete all the other attempts. Okay. And maybe we can keep on using Sonnet. Sonnet, how to pronounce it. Um, this looks professional. Not sure about this black color. Should it be dark gray? Should it be another color? But maybe there is this thing where you have to be really careful with colors in an interface. Use very few. And this looks professional. So I would say this is done. This looks good. Hard. Let's commit. Let's commit. So we ask this ZAI. Please check all the changes and commit. Actually, I think we have time to add a comment to this. Create 3x image hash. For the first screen, yep. So let's be more specific for the first onboarding screen. Now it's doing add, so we'll pick the change that I just done too. Perfect. Now we go to talk to Sonnet. Can push, doesn't matter. Alright, all committed. Flutter analyze, yeah, you can do even though now I've done some other changes. We're using Sonnet means we are not going over with a max 5 plan. Yeah, this no problem. We kind of can't use Opus, but I think it's all right. So perfect. I can see the changes. Apply automatically. They auto updated. Increase image height. Increase text overlap. Yeah, it did change a little bit. Yeah, but I say yeah, the first page is okay, but the red, the orange is gone. It's still there, right? Pale red. Should we tackle the landscape mode? But this is something I would like to ask to Opus, really. Okay, let's ask to Opus, even though maybe we finish the credits. So I switch to Opus. No, cioè, to do model. Opus. Can I do that? Yeah, that worked. Okay. The first screen, onboarding screen. Yeah, it should be clear from the context, but anyway. Looks good in portrait mode, but totally awful in landscape mode because the text overlaps picture where it's not faded yet. Okay. Mm, What can we do? An option is to remove the image completely in landscape mode, let's be clear, or use a different image, or I don't know what else can you suggest, or move the text down. To be noted as well that the current cropping in landscape mode does not work because we can see only the forehead. We can see only up to the face, the forehead. That's enough. Right. Or I forgot to say, should we drop landscape support from the app altogether? All right, we got three options. Great, dunque insight, landscape mode è completely different approach with only 360 pixel height available. Trying to show a meaningful image and text creates a pure UX. Use a side-by-side layout. Mm, nice idea. Or remove the image entirely. I think I would stay simple, remove it. Side-by-side recommended. Okay. 60%? I think I can do 50-50. Oh, okay, let's try with that. No overlap needed. Remove image in landscape. Okay. Okay. Shall we do InstantNet? Let's try. Order. Okay. Okay, please implement option 1. Please. It's not necessary, but it's kind of, you know, use habit. Okay. What? No. Okay, let's go with it first. Let's see how it looks. I'm scared. Oh my god, that's terrible. Yeah, because it's trying to create a wide image. Uh, this is portrait mode. Also, every image we add is gonna increase the upside size. We don't need a new image. I deleted your landscape image. Please use the same. So how can I measure? I have an idea of what it needs to be wider. So crop a bit at the top and bottom, more at the bottom. The same stress 3x PNG image and crop a bit at the top and more at the bottom using Flutter only so we don't have to ship additional assets. Try that. Okay. We can use theta alignment property to crop the image directly for landscape mode. Let me update the layout. Okay. So, okay. Build portrait in landscape. I like. Landscape is a totally new method. So, fine. Go create. And now, if I look for this, okay, we're gonna do a hot reload. Oh, it's still doing stuff. Aha. Right, we need the flag landscape. So now it's doing alignment. Okay. I'm really scared because we're not having good results from them. Okay, so let's test this. Mm. Ah, it's okay. Yeah, we are not finished, mate. This one is still good. Okay. It's almost okay. We can really use 50%. That will make it longer. Yeah, it can um crop much more on the bottom. So we can't make it wider because otherwise it will make it longer. And a bit more at the top to make the image shorter, less less tall in landscape, landscape mode. Yeah, because it can be cropped like this. Crop much. Let's see. I see this change, because if you see the change, then I can apply the other one myself. There you go. Crop more, show face, crop more top and much more bottom. Really? I see no change made. I will try a full reload. If there is a change, not enough. But let's try a full reload first. I don't think we are there yet. Much more balance. No, 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 no. Not at all, mate. Okay. So yeah, we can crop. No, it's not good yet. Crop much more at the bottom, and also crop more at the top. Why we see so much of the papers? I don't understand. This is going back to the original. No, it's positive. Oh, don't know. I don't understand. It's not changing the aspect ratio for me. That's the problem. Okay. No, not good. What I'm trying to achieve is to make the image much less tall. I don't see changing that. Can you try to make the image much less tall? Much shorter, yeah, non l'ho mai sì, ma sì. Ah, right. Right, let's see how it really works. Then after we'll have to realign it. Almost sure. Or maybe it's too short. No. Reload. This should be a hot reload. Oh, we are getting there. Yeah. It's a little bit too cropped, but we are getting there. And there is way too much. Why there is so much? Wait a second. Let me try to open it. Yeah, that makes no sense. Ah, let's try the landscape portrait mode. Oh, that's good. Okay, so now it's too cropped. Line 95 of content, yeah. Where does this come? Where does it come from? Um, Responsive data. Build what I out. That's our class from context. Yeah, that's our class. Is this the mean height of the screen? Okay, let's not do it. Um, it's almost okay, but now it's actually it's okay. We just but now in the landscape mode there is a wide top and bottom margin padding. Don't know. Yeah, can it be removed? Fuck this. So I think at the end of once we have a satisfactory first um, onboarding screen, that's where we will uh, close the PR. Okay, we need a hot reload. Ah, yeah, that's intended. Nice, nice. This is it. This is it. This is it. This is perfect. As good as it can get in. It could be a little bit taller. Okay, almost perfect. Can the image be slightly taller in landscape mode? How much? 10%, 20%. So if we divide this by if we divide this by 2, is this height? Or is too much? 50% more? 15% more. Try 15% taller. About. And see how the cropping works after we do change that. 20% increase, 230. Yep. Okay. 15% taller than what, is the previous change, which we don't have to keep a memory of. So that comment makes no sense, mate. Mm. Remove this comment. It makes no sense since we are just iterating quickly. We don't keep memory of every single little adjustment. All right, man, this is it. This is super perfect. Okay, it moves a little bit, which is all right. Now we go in landscape in portrait. Great. Let's try on a small phone. Okay. So let's kill this. We start the small phone emulator. There. Okay, that's a small phone. Let's see how it looks like here. So run. And once we've done the first page, we can celebrate because I might not be finished because of the small phone. We are gonna check now. But it's a good work, not easy. And I think the difference between something that looks professional and something that looks amateurish is just all this time spent perfecting. And it might look awful in a small phone. Yeah, it does. Landscape mode. Yeah. And I think maybe it's because landscape mode is almost okay considering that a small phone. You can't do too much. Yeah, you can center this a little bit better because it could fit, but it's almost there. Oh, but we have a good improvement. So let's start to commit. Check changes and commit. Oh, start to commit. Yeah, we're still not there. Okay. So where we should we start? I want to give some dimensions of this. So if I go here and say, okay, this is the Pixel 8, and where I go properties, there, 1080 by 2400. Let's write this down. We don't need that. 1080 by 2400. This is Pixel 8. And we have a small phone emulator resolution. The small phone emulator is 720 by 1280. So let's focus on landscape mode only. Again, if I go to this, it's almost okay. It just, yeah, it could have a little bit this little bit less margin on the text, and then it would be okay. But the portrait mode is a disaster. Okay, it now looks good in both portrait and landscape mode on a Pixel 8 emulator, but it doesn't look good on a small phone emulator. And I tell about these are resolutions. And then what's next? Then I say the command, we got readme. Yep, relative path. I documented in this file how the 3x image was created. Is this related to creating the 2x and 1x images, or what other adjustments should we make? Also, landscape mode will need some adjustments in on a small phone, but let's focus on portrait mode now. Okay, that's a prompt. Give it to Sonnet. Go. It's not about that. It's about the spectral issue, I think. But I don't know. The problem is indeed we need to get a second. Okay, let's see. 2x and 1x version. Let me create it. Let's hope it's correct. We're gonna review the resulting image. Okay, looks the same. That's a good starting point, but I think maybe it shouldn't look the same. Can you update the too late? Well, but if you change that, okay. So there is a default and then a swapping logic. Can you update the readme file? So at readme this one to add all commands 3x, 2x, 1x. Okay, let's see what I fixed everything. Yeah, sure. Okay. I don't think it will work, but let's have a look. So let's not do a hot reload just in case. Let's do a full reload. So kill. Okay. We need to keep that documentation. Let's see the readme. Okay. I think what we can do is this. This is a subheading, and we create a second heading here, like first onboarding screen, because we'll have the second and so on. Okay, nice, nice. Let's see how it looks. So we stop the app. Now we rerun it on small phone. I doubt it will look good, but I think that's a step that we have to do. Let's see the pixel rate. Small phone here. Totally different aspect ratio. And we have to see if we broke the Pixel 8 too, not only the small phone. Right, so maybe now it's optimized because it's loading a smaller image, but it's still terrible. And in landscape mode, probably is the same. All right, exactly the same. Okay, that's good. Let's commit. Can you check all the changes and commit? ZAI is doing the Git. We could try with ChatGPT. Maybe it's a good idea. Let's try with ChatGPT. Okay, add and commit and push. Okay, let's try the ChatGPT. Okay, I've added an image to the first onboarding screen. The onboarding screen and onboarding page content. It looks good in portrait and landscape mode of a Pixel 8 emulator, but on a small screen emulator portrait mode, the image is using the full screen, and you have to scroll to see the text. The image should occupy only about half of the screen with some overlap allowed so that we can see the text without scrolling. Then let's give information about the resolution. I don't know how to say think harder, but I would not say that. Let's see. We're already in high thinking mode. Right. We can relax with the codecs, yeah. It's not the quickest model. Good. Red Cloud MD, good thing. Should also check the images, but I think so. Why the image on small portrait screen takes up the whole screen and causes scrolling, even though the height is set to lower. Okay. Anyway, we start with everything committed. Yeah. Mm. Okay, we should go. Everything committed. Yeah. So whatever mess we do, we can revert. Even though always went forward, now we never reverted anything. But everything was always a small improvement. We're just not there yet. Okay. Oh, we are looking at the wrong thing. That's why it makes no sense. Still thinking. Okay. Still thinking. Okay. Think about it. So we want a step forward, not a step back. So we'll have to review both phones. Height fraction, I like that. Don't know why it's going 48, 55, but it could stay on 50. 48, 55, okay. Couldn't run. We'll do the linting later. Let's see. Let's kill it and start fresh just to make sure. Okay. So we are going on small phone first, but we'll have to check also the other phone. It's upside down, isn't it? Okay. And this is just only for the first onboarding screen, yeah? But we are so close to be able to. Okay. Yeah, it's an improvement. Not there yet, but it's an improvement. This one has the same problem as before. Um, can we see that we didn't go and do any worse on the Pixel 8? Let's target Pixel 8. Cannot run twice. Can we run twice? Maybe we can. Then I don't know how to switch there from one to the other. Oh yes, that's how to switch. I saw. Here. Dart, small phone, and Pixel 8 are so good. Mm. Okay, let's check here. About. Right, it's still okay. And portrait mode is okay. Okay, so it's an improvement. Right. It's an improvement, but on small screens, the image needs to be even shorter vertically, which is obvious, but wait, let's make it super clear. Because at the moment, the text overlaps on the mouth and chin and shirt, and it's not easily readable, and it looks awful. Yeah, readable. So half would be there here. Yeah, we need at least 25% short. We need about 25% short, I reckon. Okay, see how it works like this. Still, if we make it smaller, so I don't, it wouldn't be cropped on the nose. Would it also not be okay? Let's see. GPT-5, don't delude me. Okay, so 36, that's what it done. Okay, that's a percentage of the height. All right, let's do a hot reload and see how it looks. So that's pixel 8. Well, we can do a hot reload on pixel 8 too. Even though, yeah, just is almost okay. Just need a small adjustment. And here we switch to small phone, hot reload. Yeah. Yeah, I did exactly what I asked to do. Yes, the image is smaller, it's cut on the nose. Right. Uh, yeah, I did exactly what I asked to do, no doubt. So, okay, now the image height is okay on small screen. All right, that's a good point. However, it's cropped on the nose, so it should be showing more the full face. Okay. The text should not overlap the image on small screens. Yeah, let's try that. Okay, thinking. This cloud monitor, we're not using cloud now, but we will get a refresh in about 1 hour, almost at the limit. Okay, this is the thinking. I'm not going to read that. Ooh, that's a lot for a small change. Yeah, unfortunately. Okay, let's didn't ask me anything, even though I'm in confirm mode. Dart format, what the heck is trying to do? Okay, let's try a hot reload. If it works. Yeah, it does. Right, yeah. I consider this good. Good enough for a small screen. That's all we can do. And yeah, it works. Let's do a hot reload of Pixel 8. Nice. Hot reload. Don't tell me it got worse. I don't know if it worked. Yeah, it did. Okay, no change at all, which is good. So, okay, here we got the blurring. Here we don't, because it's just a small screen. We don't have space for that. It's fine. Um, and it's kind of different size, the text. Don't know why, but it's good enough. Then I go in landscape mode. Yeah, I would like to make it landscape mode. I'm tempted to say that in landscape mode the text should align to the top because it would work on both phones, phone size. All right, so let's check the changes first. Okay, you know what? Let's commit these changes first. Please commit. Okay, so let's talk to codecs. Okay, I think that in landscape mode the text should align at the top almost flush with the image top border, let's call it. This would be okay for any screen size. Let's be more specific. And if this solves this last little problem of having to scroll to see the old text, then we are done for this first screen. The other ones, yeah, need work, but the first one is almost okay. Yeah, just remove all of it or almost all of it. Yeah, obviously the solution is never that simple. Dart format. Okay, so ignore that. Hot reload on Pixel 8. Yeah, goes up. Maybe it's too much, but actually maybe it's okay. No, we don't need to scroll. We never needed to scroll here, to be honest, but let's check. Here is also. When I did auto reload, I reloaded both. So what's the point of this? Yeah, it reloads both. Look at that. Because there are two hot reload. That's weird. That's not related. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Yeah, so Uh, this small phone, let's check the portrait mode. When I go in landscape mode, it's perfect. It's perfect for what we can do on a small phone. We can read the whole text. And here, let's go in landscape mode. Still looks good. All right, so this is done. But we might have, I don't understand why the text looks so small on Pixel 8. I'm also afraid that we are creating a monster of source code because I'm not looking at it so closely, which is a mistake. So maybe I should start looking. Everything is really in the onboarding page content. Let's see, we are talking about the bullet point. Let's see how they are displayed. It's called description here. There you go, build description. And we have, okay, if it's not empty, which is perhaps a check we shouldn't do. Yeah, let's start to simplify the code as well because the bullet points are never empty. So let's go back to description. Can't find it anymore. Allora, description. Ah, funny enough, there is a field called description, which is always empty. And then there is a field bullet point. Let's get rid of description if you're not using it. Right, so we need to get rid of description in the type. Let's do a comment for now. In the type. Let's do a comment for now because we check if we don't make any trouble, cause any trouble, then we'll clean up. All right, description can go. That's it. Let's do a Flutter analyze. Yeah, that's the problem. You know, the LLMs always add stuff, but they never remove undefined getter. All right. Yeah, we have a text to display description, but it's always not there. So what's the point? It's build description. But there are still the bullet points there. Yeah? Right. So is these a show the description or the bullet points? So we can delete all this code. We can delete the if. There you go. Yeah, that's what happens when you do the code with LLM. You know, they never delete anything. Sometimes they do. It's rare. And maybe you have to prompt them to do that. Now we have to find where we can delete the stuff. Let's find all the comments. There you go. So this is the type. The other is in the other file there. And we can get rid of that. Fantastic. Right, so we wanted to see why the bullet points look small on a bigger screen, which should be the opposite. Maybe they are the same size, they just look smaller. Let's have a look. So going back here, it's doing this hot reload that it didn't ask for. It's like it automatic auto reload on save, which is something that should not be there. But we know look at now how to disable it. This is awful code. Should be like a little bit split. But let's rename build description to build bullet points then at this point. Yep, it will be clear. Perfect. So go here, children, map, build each bullet point. Okay, fantastic. And this is this mess of code. There is an icon, check circle there. Description font size +2. Mm. Yeah, can even be bigger than that. But the most important thing is the text size. There you go, font size. Description font size. Yeah, same. We need to find how this is computed. I think it's computed here. There you go. Let's go 16. So in the moment I hit save, it will do a hot reload. So let's go see how 16 looks. I don't see any change made. Let's try something crazy just to see if it works. 28. I don't know. That's obviously crazy, but I just want to see if it works, man. It does not. Let's try a full reload. Okay. Main, pixel 8, run. The grind takes time. Yep. So it's working, but that's why I didn't say changes before. It wasn't updating. So let's go 16. That should be about right. Yeah. It could be a little bit bigger too. 18. Right. There you go. But now it's smaller than subtitle. Yeah. So let's go 17. It's bigger than subtitle, I meant to say. Okay. Yeah. Was that extra padding at the bottom? See if I can figure it out. Mm. Let's try landscape mode 1 second. portrait layout, bullet points, image on the left. Oh, that's landscape. Okay, that's not the one. Portrait, okay. Bullet points, positioned, image, okay. Overlapping, constraint box, min height. All right. So that's the one is too wide. We just had to subtract a fixed amount from the min height. Um, was that the image min height? I forgot. Landscape layout, no. Portrait layout. Responsive data min height. Okay. Yeah, not image. Min height. And where is it? Min height. Calculate min height. There you go. Minus 200. Oh, yeah. Just say minus 250. See what happens. Wait a second. Is landscape portrait? Okay, 250. Ooh, nice. It's not scrolling anymore. Yes. Portrait, we didn't change it. This is perfect. Man, portrait, we didn't change. We can go a little bit bigger font. Why is this not aligned? In portrait, it was okay. I didn't notice that. Yeah, in portrait, it's okay. Why landscape screwed up? Let's go check. So, another problem is, yeah, a little bit of scrolling. It's okay. And the font size and bullet points. Let's look at that first. Description font size. There. Ah, so they don't change apparently. Okay. Why is this indented? So let's not touch that. Let's keep a layout. Okay. Axis alignment star. Build title. Ah, wait. There is a padding on the top of 16 pixels. If I remove it, maybe it's saying 0 for now. Okay. Yeah, I need some padding. And the problem is in landscape mode now it's probably not looking right. Ah, there you go. Yeah. So probably we need to check if it's landscape. Let's see how to do that. There you go, screen info. Do we have screen info over there? I don't know. Go back. Ah. Anyway, one is from portrait and the other from landscape layout. So what if we pass it horizontal padding? And yes, it could be double. And maybe it should, yeah. Otherwise I have to cast it. So what's the matter? Why it says invalid constant? Okay. There you go. Right, so now we broke it in couple of places. So this one is landscape. We can say 8. And in portrait, we can say 16. Nice. Good? Good. So now we have to go small emulator. Let's see if we broke everything or we are good. Small phone. All right, it's already here, so we just have to run it on small phone. Run. Will it work? Okay. So onboarding screen, now it's in about. Uh, excellent. No scrolling, correct. Cioè no vertical scrolling. And so this looks good. Portrait mode. Yeah, portrait mode, there is some scrolling, but right, let's fix that. Let's see this portrait mode. We just have to make the image crop a little bit of the bottom of the image in portrait. We can do for all screens, it will still work. Let's see if we can find it. Portrait. No, no, portrait, landscape. Layout. So, where is the screen? Where is the image? Here, build the image. Is landscape. I don't know how to touch this. Height. Ah, okay. Is landscape true to 30? Ah, image height comes from responsive data. Okay, so we can adjust there. Calculate image height. Can't find it. Image height. Okay, there you go. Calculate image height, which is here. Okay, well, 210. Now we don't know if that worked, so let's try hot reload. I don't see any change. Let's try a full reload. It reloaded only one phone. Let's start with this one. Yeah, it's definitely more cropped. Think it's okay. Why is this not changed? Let's go small phone, full reload. Yeah, did reload. That's weird. Why? Because I think if it's landscape, we just return here, all the rest doesn't matter. Let me try something crazy just to see if it's working. Sometime I don't know. 110. Hot reload on small phone. Definitely not working. Full reload on small phone. Definitely not working. That's unexpected. Breakpoint. Stop. And stop pixel 8. Now let's start small phone in debug mode. Breakpoint is there, but it's not. Why is it not red? Oh, maybe it's correct. Okay. Yeah, it's red now. It's running. Okay, that's why. Now let's about. Yeah, we get definitely got there. Step over. Yeah, we definitely returning 110. Remove breakpoint. So why is not reflected on the image? Okay. So let's ask codecs. Go back to the original. Let me look a little bit more. So right. So we go here, landscape layout. This could be two different components. Maybe. Depends how much they share. They share quite a bit actually. Everything actually. Where is the image? Single child called view rows. Unless we make scroll only the right side, but maybe it's not correct as well. Because maybe a finger on the left side, you still want to scroll. Landscape layout, children. Oh, okay. Why I can't see? There is only okay. There is two. Okay, yeah, it's difficult to see. But build the images here. Okay. Uh, right. Image path. Not now. Okay. We can definitely remove that later. But for now, why is it hard-coded to 230? I didn't notice that. No, man, that was a mistake. And now it works. No, it doesn't. Let me try a reload. It doesn't because I reverted there. So that's the problem, like we really have to get into the code now because the LLM kind of messed up the code. Yeah, I can see the change. I think it should be the mean. I don't know if that must mean of 230 and the screen height minus 50. I guess complicated, yeah. No, screen height. Would it be like adjusted for landscape? And how much can we remove from the screen height? Let's try full reload. Sometime we got trouble with the hot reload. I was going to say, yeah, that's it. No, it isn't. Let's do some logging. I want to see if screen height changes in landscape or not, because maybe we are looking at the wrong one. Yeah. Okay. We got some logging and we do a hot reload for safety and we check the output. Maybe not this one. This one. Okay. Screen height 360 seems correct. Ah, but if it's 360, clearly 360 minus 100 is 260. So if we want less than 230, we need to remove maybe 150. There you go. It worked. Did it? 160. Yeah, I think it worked. Now every time I see it jumping, but uh, once 360 minus 160 is 200. Let's try a crazy amount. All right, so it's definitely working. Yeah? Let's try 180 then. Nice. All right, so this is the right amount. Could be even a little bit more. 185. Yep. Oh my God, it's always not enough. It's probably because there is an excessive padding at the bottom. Now we are getting the really ultra precise settings, so it's already quite good. Remove this log. Let's go to see what kind of padding we have at the bottom. Landscape, correct. Um, yeah, it should be inside here in single chart scroll view, but I don't see anything. Expanded, expanding. Flex 6. Padding. Bottom. Icon padding. What's this icon padding? We don't have icon anymore, so this is something to rename. Why icon padding is used here in landscape, which is not even related to iconet anymore. In portrait, let's rename, start to rename this icon padding to just padding maybe. And maybe I have to remove it, but yeah, in fact, the other one is already called padding anyway. 8 on small screens. Yeah, this is as good as it gets. Let's check again. Pixel 8. Just not here, not here, but yes, here. In here we choose Pixel 8, and now there is on Pixel 8 we choose Run. Doing so much effort for landscape mode, and nobody will ever use it in landscape mode. And maybe you shouldn't even check if it's landscape mode. You should check only is the screen wider than this, because it would work for tablet. Perfect, perfect. Let's check portrait. Great. Right, it's done. I can see it's done. So let's talk to ZAI. Ooh, that doesn't matter. Can you commit everything and create a PR for the whole feature? Remember, this is part of GH181, and it's the completed onboarding first onboarding screen. That's it. That's as good as it gets. Then we'll have to work on the other onboarding screen. Oh my God, what did I do? Now I don't know anymore to go back to that. Proceed. Let's restart it. Uh, Pixel 8. Okay. Run. And now this should appear. Here is we got the commit, which doesn't really matter. Push. Important is the PR. Lots of commits in this PR. Anyway, they will be squashed. All right, let's view the masterpiece one last time. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. No scrolling vertically, scrolls horizontally. The other screen will be worked on. This is really good. Check on my phone as well. Lots of blah blah blah. No, let's refuse this. Can the PR commit message be much briefer as already explained in Cloud MD? Please add any details in the issue 181 and link the PR tweet once done. Nice. One sentence or two. Let's go to check the PR. Complete the first onboarding screen with custom imagery, responsive layouts, emotional appeal, feature multi-density image support, orientation. Well, it's all that you have to say. Yeah, what was all that? Blah blah blah, man. We got the images, different sizes, one, two, three, and a lot of code. And the code, I think we'll have to work on the code. And this is the original image. Okay. We'll have to work on the code, but I think we'll have some issues from the code we got here, code checks, quality. We are not meeting the bar for sure. We'll see in a bit. So you forgot to create update the issue. You forgot to update the issue linking the, the PR and updating the issue if necessary. Do not include too many details. Right, so starting the Flutter checks, I expect them to fail, which will be a good opportunity to improve the code. Yeah, so the problem of this is that we can never see what's changed easily. Well, that's a problem. Please revert the RP works. Sure. Mess up and used completely wrong body. Fucking hell. I shouldn't have trusted it. That's not the original issue, isn't it? It's not. This was not the original description before area fact. Your change, please undo your last change. Forget about linking the PR. I think I lost it. I want the original copy text body. The current content is all wrong. There is a problem because everything is with Git, so I can undo stuff. GitHub issues are not with Git. I don't know if there is a way to have a history. No, man. No. Is there a way from GitHub to retrieve the previous, to undo the last edit of an issue? That was important and it's lost. That would be bad if GitHub doesn't do that. We can try to ask Claude to redo it. No, man. What are you doing? This is the wrong content. We you forgot that I did edit is to the page. It had a totally different content in the last iteration. Is there a GitHub command to revert the last edit? Answer the fucking question. Don't do crazy edits that are wrong. Yeah, and I misspelled wrong. Ironic. 33 degrees. Maybe I should start the air conditioning. I kind of acclimatized. I don't feel hot. Okay, there you go. There you go. Uh, okay. Right. Yeah. Let's go get up. Let's do it by hand. That's fine. Um, dot view edit history. There is no such thing, right? Maybe here. No. Maybe I click on here. Okay. Nothing here. Nothing here. This edit. Here what we got. Transfer issue, duplicate, pin issue, delete issue. Ah, there is that. That is the edit history, isn't it? 4 days ago. No, no, it's not the edit history. Text message. Verification code. Now to request it. Come on. What the heck is going on? Okay. So there is no way. Let's start with this. Is there a way to revert the last edit in a GitHub project issue? Edits. I found it. Ah, should be this one. Yes. Mm-mm. Oh, I can do delete revision, not this one, but the one on top. Oh, I can't. Uh, uh, How crazy is that? No, no. There is a edits. Are you sure? There is a edits drop down at the top of the issue body. It's talking random. Maybe it's a new feature. We want to delete the most recent. Doesn't look easy to do. You're right. They should this drop down. It said there's a earlier version, but it's now a firm one. Click restore. Open a drop down, pick the version you want, copy the content. Yeah, I can do that. But the thing is, it will lose all formatting, isn't it? Viewing edits. Oh, that's annoying. Let's try again. Are you sure there isn't a gh command to restore the previous edit? What lost time? Well, you can do that, isn't it? Well, can't you can't you retrieve the latest patch diff of issue 181 and reconstruct the previous version from that? Can you do it? What do you think? I'm gonna do the work? This is new. Send new line transcript. I quit token used. It's annoying it goes away while you're reading. So annoying also it tells you only the sessions token. So you have no idea about the total tokens. No good. You have no idea if you're near the end of your allowance or not. Mm. Oh yeah, stop. This is the problem that I don't know how it looks this diff because it's not formatted as text. This is a copy paste of the last edit view, but it might not be formatted correctly. Does it help? And when you think you're finished, that's when the issue starts. Okay, as expected, the build failed. We got some crazy methods for sure. I just done a news import. Oh yeah, my bad as well because I had the rebugging I removed. So let's fix that and commit. So this will trigger a new build soon. Yeah. In the meantime, I go back to Codex. He's trying his best to reconstruct. Okay. Serves me right. I have to read the changes before accepting a little bit more. Okay, let's see what he did. Okay. Yeah, I think that's correct. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah. Yes, looks good. Please update the page. Yeah, that's it. That's not complicated. I would say also add the PR, but let's not complicate stuff. It was already be hard to do that. Let's add the PR myself sometime. It's better not to trust too much. 2 or 4. Okay. So let's wait for the edit to finish. Nice, nice, nice. Where the money da spendere. Perfect. Nice. That's the issue. Okay, so we have got pull request. Number 3, edit. Where the pull request? Forget about current work. It says under 204 column description complete. Just first. First onboarding string completed. Yeah, that's okay. Nice. So now I can go here, like that, save. And now we got all the PRs. And having the double description is a bit silly, so let's also change that. Remove it. Okay. Good. Nice. So let's see. It failed. Okay, as expected. Let's see why it failed. Some method too complicated. Yep, matrix, correct. Build portrait layout, maintainability, English index 51. Build portrait layout. Okay, there you go. The landscape is not probably not better. I wonder if part of this is same or not. Build title, size box, build subtitle, size box by 1.5, bullet points. Oh yeah. Let's talk to. Let's try with ZAI. It seems that in onboarding page content, there is a duplication. Let's say without saying what, in build portrait layout and build landscape layout, i.e., let me more explicit, there is a method that can be extracted for children, I say, for both, and call it unchanged from both places. Can you review and tell me if you agree, and if you do, proceed with the refactor? I'm going to turn on our console. Okay, I see. It did the changes. Ah, not just children, the whole column. Build content section. Mm, responsive data. 16. Yeah, that's changed, isn't it? This is a work in progress. Yeah, responsive data is changed, has to be passed down. And the padding is different. 8, correct. Yep. And the content section. It looks good.